Natasha.
Debbie.
Show.
The show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
How you doing?
You know, if you've been paying attention to our channel,
Yeah.
you know that we're planning on coming to the UK next year.
True
What?
story.
Yes,
True
we
story.
are.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Go back and watch the live stuff we did. What else?
And where we're going to be staying majority of the time, kind of a home base type thing, is going to be Kent.
What? The Garden of England? Did you know they call it that?
I did not know that.
Really?
No.
Seriously?
I forgot. I'm
Like
sure I
a
was told, but I
gajillion
forgot.
comments have told it. Really?
Yes. I know.
Yeah.
I should be blonde.
The Garden.
Let's switch hair.
I won't look good. Yeah, they call it the Garden of England. I don't know why. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Anyway, before we get into more about that, if you like today's episode, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel.
And if you're have a thing against like buttons, know this. Each like we receive on videos are a hug
Little hugs.
to Debbie.
Aww.
Especially to Debbie.
I love hugs. Please hit that like button.
Anyway, so
yes, we plan on staying in Kent most of the time, kind of using that as a home base and going out to see everything else that we're going to see, you know, for the whole entire long time that we're going to be there, because we just want to see everything there is to see.
and I know what a lot of people are thinking because some said it in a comment. Why would you pick Kent as your home base? That makes no sense. It's nowhere near a lot of stuff. Because we have friends there who are awesome and we get to stay there for free.
That's right. That's a great reason to stay there.
But also, we are used to long trips in the car and going places like that. So it really won't affect us to drive 4 or 5 hours in a day.
No.
Well, twice a day even.
Yeah.
Like, we've done crazier things than that.
We realized we haven't really seen Kent.
We haven't seen Kent at all.
I know. So our friend that we're going to stay with sent us this video. Now, she did say there's not a ton of videos out there about Kent or
True.
on Kent. So she sent us this one and told us to take a look at it.
What happens if we look at it and don't like it?
Well,
I didn't think about that till just now.
I haven't really seen anything we don't like.
I know, true.
So
True.
I think we're going to like it.
I did think she mentioned there's an AI voice for this video, but she said it was good.
Hey,
She lives there. She should know. We won't know.
exactly. We don't know what's
We'll know
right
if
or
it's
wrong.
good. I mean, period, but we won't know if it's bad. So anyway, it's our first time finally looking at Kent. This is Best 10 Places to Visit Kent 2023. And yay.
So this year, that's awesome.
Okay, let's give it a shot. We're such nerds.
I know, I'm dancing to the intro music.
Whoa. That's cool.
Let's go stand on that.
Often referred to as the Garden of England, due to its endless acres of orchards and lush gardens, the county of Kent offers no end of fun things to do for those willing
I'm going to sell my voice for AI
You
and
could.
talk this slowly. Why do they talk so slow? It's fine. I'm going to ignore it. Try to ignore it. Try your best. Let's just look at the beauty.
Look at this place.
I know.
to wander a little further off the beaten track. Not only is Kent well known for its relatively mild climate, it also boasts some of England's oldest and most important historic attractions.
Knew that.
It was in Kent that the Romans launched their invasion of England some 55 years before the birth of
Nope.
Christ, and where, over 500 years later, the Christian faith was first introduced to the island nation.
Well, hey,
Well, that's cool.
I know.
Okay, keep going.
As a result of these events, you'll often find Roman ruins brushing up against important religious sites, as is the case in the cathedral city of Canterbury. Kent also boasts some of the most spectacular scenery in England.
Wow.
Visit the east coast of Kent, and you'll see the famous white cliffs of Dover looking out towards neighboring France, visible in the distance.
That's freaking
This
cool.
same coastline is home to some 50 or more Kentish beaches, most of them easy day trips from London. To learn more about these and other great places to visit in this lovely corner of southeast England, watch in this video the best things to do in Kent.
This is... What is that?
But before we get started, please support us by subscribing and liking the channel.
Yeah, ours too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Number 1. Take a tour of Canterbury Cathedral.
Okay.
With
Will
its
do.
roots established by St. Augustine in 597 CE, Canterbury Cathedral is not only the country's oldest Christian site, it's also the most important. The main church of the Anglican faith, Church of England, this impressive structure took over 340 years to build and is one of the most visited cathedrals in Europe.
Why don't I know that? Don't say because you're American.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I should know that.
Yeah. We both should know that.
For many reasons, we should know that. But what? Okay. Kent, Garden of England. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, I can't say our friend's name because I promised I wouldn't do that on here, but I love you. I loved you anyway. I love you even more now.
Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Canterbury Cathedral is best experienced as part of a guided tour.
Done.
Bookable in advance, your timed entrance will include important features, including the 12th century choir with its statues of 6 Old English kings, the chapter house, and the great cloister. You'll also see the spot in the northwest transept where Archbishop Thomas Becket was murdered by request of King Henry II in 1170. While typical tours of the cathedral last around an hour, you can generally linger longer on the grounds.
I think it would take longer.
It can get extremely crowded though, so if you're hoping to get some good photos of the structure without the crowds, book the earliest possible admission time.
Like
A
early.
souvenir and gift shop are located on Burgate Street and can be visited without cathedral admission.
Huh? We can go gift shopping.
I'm still going in there. Come on.
Well,
We're
yeah.
going in here.
Scheduled.
I want to go to all the churches. All the churches in
Number
Castle.
2. Explore Dover Castle.
Oh, we watched the video on Dover Castle.
Yes.
Built
know about
on the
this.
ruins of an already 1,000-year-old
I forgot Dover Castle was in Kent. Well, that's all we've seen of Kent was Dover Castle.
Even a better reason.
Yeah, this is cool.
Roman fort in 1180, Dover Castle is a
Lot of
must
history.
visit when traveling Kent's east coast. Standing guard over the Straits of Dover, which separate England from Europe, this impressive-looking castle has survived countless threats from a variety of aggressors, most recently in World War II. A visit today includes entrance into the immaculately preserved Norman Keep. Now operated as a museum by English Heritage,
That's
it's here
awesome.
you'll find fascinating exhibits relating to the castle's history, including in times of conflict. You'll also see the Great Tower with its original chambers still intact, as well as the tunnels built
just gonna
during
say
the
they had tunnels.
Napoleonic War,
Remember that.
and which were used again in
World War II.
World War II as part of the defenses of the
remember
English
stuff.
Channel. Guided tours are highly recommended and feature costumed guides well versed in the castle's rich
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to say
Costume
right
guides. I mean,
Right.
come on.
now. Right?
Duh,
I wanna
we're
move-
doing this.
I'm moving to the UK. And I'm going to become a guide to something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what. It's going to be castle related. And costume
be.
it out. Whether or not they even let the people that work there do that or not, I'm still going to come in costume. I'll get fired on my first minute into the job.
They're like, sorry.
I didn't say what kind of costume. I'm coming in a chicken costume. I don't know. This is so freaking cool. There's like,
Oh,
we're on number 2, and I'm losing it.
I know. Just look at the views from up there. I mean,
I know, and I remember
Come
us
on.
doing the Dover Castle video. I just don't remember this kind of, I don't think they showed us these kind of scenes.
yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not.
history. Be sure to also check the attraction's website for details of special themed days, which can include everything from pirate festivals to knights and jousting tournaments.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do a jousting tournament. Not really.
Our trip will be scheduled around that.
Number 3. Follow the Viking Coastal Trail. Since it
Whoa.
opened in 2001, the 25-mile-long Viking Coastal Trail has become one of Kent's most popular multi-use leisure routes. A circular route that traces the borders of the municipality of the Isle of Thanet. The majority of the route follows Kent's coast from Reculver in the north all the way to Ramsgate and Cliffs End in the east, passing through the seaside town of Margate on the way.
Jump in.
Margate, we've heard
Part of
Margate.
the UK's national cycle network, the route is especially popular for cyclists wanting to explore Kent and includes a section of quiet roads that provides a taste of the county's pretty inland countryside.
Wow.
Although doable in a day, consider breaking the trip up with stops along the way.
Good call.
In addition to historic sites like Reculver, a former Roman encampment with picturesque ruins of a later-built abbey, there are also numerous beaches worth stopping at, along with coastal villages offering great places to stay.
Wow.
That's cool up there.
Kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Number 4.
Stomach. What?
Step back in time at Leeds Castle.
We haven't done Leeds Castle yet.
One of the most picture-perfect castles in England, Leeds Castle.
I always forget Leeds Castle's not in Leeds.
Mm.
We've been asked to do it. It's been on our list. We found a video for it.
Mhm.
But we never done it yet. But I keep forgetting it's in Kent, not in Leeds, because that's confusing. Is that confusing
Well,
anybody
we'll
else?
be doing that soon.
I have a feeling we're going to be
Sure.
doing it really soon after we see
Soon.
this part.
Is that a golf course there to the left? Looks
Yeah,
like a green
yes it
there.
is. I do believe it is.
One of the most picture-perfect castles in England,
That is.
Leeds Castle has a rich and storied history. It's located 7 miles east of the county town of Maidstone.
Okay.
The castle was known to have been located here since the 9th century. While much of what you see today was built across 3 islands in more recent times, its oldest section, the Gloriette, was constructed in 1280.
Wow.
Leeds Castle opened to the public for the first time in 1976, and
wow.
a visit
Well-
today offers no end of fun things to do for those wanting to spend the
being in
best
a
part of
castle.
the day here. Highlights include museum displays of antiques and artifacts from over the centuries, fascinating exhibits related to its construction and rich history, as well as plenty of fun activities for young and old alike. Programs for families include everything from medieval-themed festivals and jousting tournaments to craft shows
Yeah.
and markets. Outdoor adventures, including zip lines and aerial walkways,
No.
can also be enjoyed, along with Segway tours and a fun land train.
Yes.
Segway tour.
The big event, held each year since the 1980s, is its annual Leeds Castle concert. This epic day-long event culminates after nightfall with a performance of Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture accompanied by fireworks and cannon fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Hello.
When did he say that
Number
was?
5.
No, we're there.
Just
See
said
the
once a
White
year.
Cliffs of Dover.
Okay, done.
Few sections of English coastline stir the emotions quite like the famous White Cliffs of Dover. There are a number of ways to explore these iconic white chalk cliffs, which stretch for 8 miles.
Wow.
Okay.
You can explore them from the air via a Heritage Spitfire, not cheap from the sea, aboard a cross-channel ferry, cruise ship, or tourist boat, a little time-consuming, or by clambering above the cliffs along a well-maintained trail network.
Okay, better.
Easy peasy. The latter is certainly the cheapest and most practical and involves paying a visit to the
Camera's not doing a
gateway
good
to the
job
White
showing it.
Cliffs Visitor Center. Perched atop the cliffs with incredible views over the port of Dover. You should spend at least a little time at this National Trust site before venturing out and
I
exploring
think
the
we've seen that in a
cliffs.
couple other
You'll
tourist
find
videos.
plenty of useful information about the area's unique geology,
Look at the White
as
Cliffs of
well as
Dover.
its wildlife and plant life.
We
From the
have seen
visitor
that.
center, a variety of trails head off to the cliff tops, as well as
Okay,
to
kid.
historic landmarks such as Fan Bay Deep Shelter, a tunnel network established during World War II.
Wow.
Excellent views of the White Cliffs can also be enjoyed from Samphire Hoe a few miles.
They can also be enjoyed on any other video, but this part right here. No, I know we saw them on a couple different videos
We
when we were
did.
looking at top places to visit in the
did.
UK. So we have seen them,
Uh-huh.
and we know this is not this.
And we
right-
don't know this person on the beach here.
This kid.
West of Dover.
The info's
Number
good.
6. Spend time on the best Kent beaches.
Ooh,
Okay.
done.
Stretching for a distance of 350 miles, Kent's coast is home to some of the most scenic coastline in all of England.
That's beautiful.
Dotting this coastline are some 50 or more beautiful beaches. While not all are
Fantastic.
easy to get to, those that are tend to draw
Get to?
beachgoers
Get
from
to.
across the southeast and London.
Wow.
Among the most popular are Botany Bay Beach in Broadstairs, popular for its stunning sea stacks carved out of the cliff face by centuries of coastal erosion. Margate Main Sands, famous for its sandy beach and traditional seaside attractions.
Look how green that is.
And Whitstable's Tankerton Beach with its
Whitstable,
neat
not
rows of
Whitstable.
colorful beach huts.
Sorry, AI.
Just go out and swim around.
That's stunning. Look at that.
Or is it too cold?
Number 7. Take the kids to Howlett's Wild Animal Park.
Aw.
Yes?
Opened to the
What in
public
the-
in 1975 after
That
20
anteater?
years
Looks
as a
like it
private zoo, Howlett's Wild Animal Park makes for a great outing for families. Well
Okay.
known for its research and breeding programs, Howlett's boasts one of the
going to
largest
Port Lynn,
herds
so
of
don't forget.
African elephants,
Mhm.
as well as a large family of gorillas. In addition to allowing close-up views of its many creature residents, a number of unique animal encounters are also available. These experiences include everything from assisting with daily feeding and care routines and fun,
I'm doing that.
junior keeper, programs to shadowing a professional zookeeper for the day. Those
Yeah,
wanting to
it's cool.
prolong the adventure can also take advantage of the zoo's unique accommodation offerings.
They have similar
These
stuff.
include everything from a treehouse hotel to standalone glamping sites, some overlooking the animal enclosures.
Well, that's cool.
I do believe in
Yep.
our dear friend that lives here, can correct me if I'm wrong, in a personal conversation, she's also stayed here too. I think it's the same place. She told us, but I hadn't
I
seen
think
it.
I remember
She showed some photos.
a bit of that conversation.
Yeah.
Number 8. Play outdoors at Moat Park, Maidstone.
What's this?
Set on a large 440-acre site in the county town of Maidstone, Moat Park is one of the best places to visit in Kent for those who enjoy green spaces and the great outdoors.
Yes, I enjoy green space.
Once the grounds of a privately owned country estate, this well-manicured park is fun to spend at least a few hours exploring. Highlights of a visit include walking or cycling the park's extensive trail network,
450
taking
acres?
the kids for a ride on the
450 acres.
miniature railway,
That's a hike,
or
all right.
renting a
A
boat
miniature
and
railway.
going for a paddle on the lake.
Yeah.
In addition
Fishing?
to cafes and snack vendors,
Ooh.
Moat House is now home to a great restaurant, the Romney, which also serves a delicious afternoon tea.
That's beautiful.
Nice
Those are
place
the
to
kind
go
of buildings
for
I
tea.
love.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Spend a day at the seaside.
Okay. Don't twist my arm.
Done.
Many of Kent's seaside towns and villages have managed to retain that unique charm that so appealed to the
Whoa.
first-day
that's
trippers in Victorian times. One of the best known of these is Margate on the north coast. An easy 1-hour train trip from London, Margate has reinvented itself after a slump and decline in the late 20th century,
Okay.
with once tacky attractions like Dreamland being reimagined as a retro theme park with vintage rides and amusements. Margate's beaches are also considered among the best in southern England.
Really?
Other popular Kent destinations that continue to offer fun, authentic seaside experiences include Whitstable with its
Whitstable.
revitalized harbor area, Broadstairs with its historic pier, and Deal with its unique six-sided
I didn't realize Whitstable was in Kent.
No. I
We
didn't
saw that
either.
for a moment and I thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Did-
yeah, we're just adding places onto our list.
Not really.
I know it's all like all in the same area.
Yeah, it's just we don't realize
Yeah, we're just gonna have to hang out for like 2 days so we can go see everything real quick.
2 days where? In each place?
Yeah, because
4
like
days.
everything's right there.
4 days in each place. 2 days. 2 days per person.
castle and historic timeball tower built to enable passing ships to gauge the time and tides.
Number 10.
Number 10. Rochester Castle and Cathedral, where Dickens walked and worked.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Famous for its connections to Charles Dickens, who lived and wrote in locations in Rochester and neighboring Chatham, the historic city of Rochester makes for an excellent day out.
Huh.
It's located on the banks of the River Medway, an easy commute from London. Most notable among its many attractions is Rochester Castle. While much of the castle lay in ruins for centuries, the well-preserved shell of its 12th century central
Whoa.
keep continues to impress.
Yes, it does.
That is
Its
impressive.
well-maintained grounds are also pleasant to explore, and are used for a variety of fun events and festivals.
Wow.
Picnic facilities and a shop are also located on the premises. Directly across the road stands the equally impressive Rochester Cathedral.
Now that is gorgeous.
While the cathedral is
Huge.
able to trace its roots as far as 604 CE, making it England's second oldest,
Really?
much of what can be seen today was built in the 11th century.
Still.
Numerous events and concerts are held here each year and are well worth
Look how
attending.
green this place is.
I know.
I already know what people are thinking. They're just isn't showing this, this, and this. You're gonna help us in the comments.
Yep.
Holy Kent! Holy,
That was
holy,
good.
holy Kent. Okay, I know, like I just said, I know there's gonna be so much more. You're gonna let us know in the comments. So like I said, I know our friend who lives here said this isn't gonna show you everything
Right.
at all, but it's a bless you.
Excuse me.
It's the best overview she could find on YouTube. We looked too. We had other people try to help us find. There's certain places we're having a really tough time finding that we want to look into.
That have good videos.
Yeah, this was one of them. But she did say this was the best one she could find, and it would give us a good overview. I loved everything I saw.
I was impressed. I know. I did.
I know.
I loved everything that I saw. There wasn't one thing that I was like, oh, no, we're not doing that.
I know, right?
Of course we're going to do it.
No, I'm not going to lie. There have been things on videos we've looked at, and I've thought, I'm not doing that. I don't want to go there. But I'm not going to say what they are. But I always tell you when it's stuff I do want to do. And everything on that list, yes, please.
Yes, it is on the list.
And I know there's more stuff, too, that she's talked to me about. I just can't off the top of my head remember what they are, but we'll find a video, hopefully, on those specific things. I loved it. Let us know in the comments what he missed. And
what are the best places to eat in Kent?
oh,
Because food's always important.
yeah. Fish and chips. Mushy peas.
Well, we know that, but where?
I don't. Okay, guys.
place?
Let me ask you the question. So I plan on coming over there and eating fish and chips. Should I really eat anything else? I love fish and chips. I mean, really, I don't see a point.
I love them. I like them too, but I don't think you can eat
What
that
are you gonna eat?
every day, all day.
Yes, I can.
Every day.
Yes, I can.
And you might get tired
I
of
did
it.
it 2 days this past week
But that was 2,
because you only offered it to me twice.
not 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
I'm just saying. I don't really think there's a point to eat anything else. But I'm not a sausage person. Don't even start in the comments on that. But I thought that was amazing, beautiful, and wonderful. And good Lord, everything they showed that had greenery in it was like extra green.
Yeah, it was ultra green.
It was more green than any place else. It's like, oh, here. God's like, here, let me add extra saturation to this spot.
Yep.
It was really beautiful. And just things are so old and neat. I love that. Even if he's like, oh, even though this was built like, in negative 200.
Yep.
It was recently renovated in the 11th century.
And look at
Yeah,
it.
that's still cool.
It's beautiful.
I know. It's just poof, pretty. And again, we know there's a lot more to it. We'll keep searching and see if we can find a better video that shows even more stuff. Like, maybe not places, but just like of things to do. But just like
things to do.
more scenery.
Yeah.
But again, drop a comment. Let us know. What did we miss? What did he miss? What else should we try to find? What's your favorite place in Kent? I don't know what else to say. I'm too stoked about this. This was great. I can't wait to see this in person.
I know, it's going to be so exciting to go and see everything in person because it's going to be so much different because it'll be, one in real life and the scale of things are going to be incredible. And I think it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Like to go into those cathedrals and stuff. It's just,
that's going to be my favorite part.
Impressive.
I'm probably going to get very emotional in there. I have a feeling.
Mhm.
I'm going to cry.
Of course.
I'm going to cry.
At some point, there will be tears, but tears of joy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time. Until then, please love like jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye, guys.
Bye.